Hello, and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program with me, the Green Dragon. And we are, of course, in version 0.24.2 now, in fact, and we're doing the career thing. So, we have a Duna mission to plan. So, I was thinking of doing a slightly different lander setup. So, we are gonna have a pair of these monopropellant engines. And we are gonna have... What are we gonna have? Well, we probably want a Science Junior pod on there. And a chute, I believe. Yay, so. Or actually, no. We'll put a thingy there, and we're gonna have a pair of chutes. Yay, so. And that should be fine. Right? Right. So we'll have a pair of engines, which will give us plenty of thrust, if not a lot of actual, fuel. And then we will have these, which will double as landing legs, I think. And that way we can get a fair bit of power out of this. Though, of course, we will need to actually ensure that we are able to... Well, actually, no, we might want to do this slightly differently. Because we do need, proper monopropellant ports in order to manage the docking, right? But it'll land fine, right? It'll be very lightweight, very efficient, and we're gonna use it or reuse it for both Duna and Ike. So there, like that. That gives us 2,500 meters per second, which is more or less enough. And with reference bodies, so Ike, that's 8.54, which is perfect, and on Duna we have a little in the excess of 3 thrust per weight, which is more than enough, right? Right. So let us just see about getting this thing in orbit, which should be relatively simple, I would think, all things considered. So, right. We're gonna have that, and we're gonna have that, and I do know that I have a Insanity launcher in orbit, but that's fine. And why don't we... Actually, how much weight is that in total? It should... Oh, so 4.2. So that it should be relatively simple to launch something like 4.2, right? So it shouldn't be overly difficult to range for sufficient firepower to, make this work. So, we need an LVT-45, I think. Okay, so that's nearly 2K right there. A little bit of extra thrust per weight, and yeah. Thinking we're gonna do this relatively simple. Actually, just a more or less standard approach with a hybrid launcher thing using jets and actual, stuff. Actual rockets should work fine, right? Yes, so it should be good enough in theory. At least that's the dream, right? That's the dream. Slightly more max thrust on that one. I think we might just go for that instead. Good, good, good. And we will want a pair of these, of course. And actually, why don't we add one more tank here? Yeah, that should be slightly better. And yay, so. And then, of course, we will want to add a little bit of something. Where are the bloody solar panels? There they are. Crappy though they may be, they are right there. Okay, so Right, that decoupler will end up traveling with us. We need to be ready for that. Yay, so. And yay, so. Because, well, actually, does this thing need panels and or batteries? 'Cause I could put a few on it, right? Well, yeah, there will be crew reports we will want to transmit, so why don't we... No, 3x is not good, 4 is good. Actually, that still kind of sucks because it might interfere with... Okay, so... Okay, so how do I want to handle this? Actually, how about like so, with a really tiny pair of batteries in there and a single antenna, yay, here, and that should be fine, right? In theory. Right, so right, this will be the actual thingy, so that will, you know, come back down. Because I do enjoy reusability. Reusability, good. Start deployed. Hopefully they'll be about even. And we do want to add a few chutes to this, of course, because, again, reusability. Yay, so. And that seems fine. Though we will add a pair of batteries to this. And... no, this is gonna be a... you know, just a general light lander, which we'll use a lot, I think. In any case, let us prepare to launch it. Actually, no, not just yet. I would like to add a couple of struts here to just ensure that it doesn't wobble unnecessarily. Right, I think this is good. Actually, action groups. Jets and liquid engines. And now we can launch. There will be a Kerbal on board, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Whoa. Now that's weird. Now that's some weird shit right there. But okay. Wait, let's spin up the engines and get Bill up there. The fuck are you doing? Okay, so I'm assuming the landing legs are a bit weird. Alright. Oh wait, this needs a reaction control wheel. And I really don't like how this is flying, but let us just try to get it into orbit. And then we will see, won't we? Won't we? Yeah, I should have added a launch stabilizer, so that I could spin up the engines without it starting to lift me like really slowly at first. Because, you know, that sort of... the weight getting taken off like that and it turned twisting around like that while the engines were spinning up, that was kind of a bad thing. Also, how are you doing on fuel, my darling? It's doing really well, so that's good. That's good. Observe the materials. Reset. That's useless. Crew report. Useless. Ooh, we haven't really transmitted any of this yet. So why don't we start transmitting the science? Because it's still science. It's still good science. And why don't we start shifting over just a smidge? I do want to get a decent amount of speed horizontally before I ignite my rockets. Right? We'll use our jets to get a lot of speed before igniting the main drive system. Hopefully I'll be able to get this into orbit without having to tap too much into the fuel of the actual lander, but I expect to have to do at least one refueling flight to, you know, actually top off everything once, you know, we are there. And I think we have actually climbed a bit too high and we want to be a lot more horizontal here. Yeah, these are gonna lose their oomph very quickly now, which is bad, We might have to scrap this flight, which I would really like not to have to do. So we're gonna stay here for a while at 10 degrees and try to pick up all the speed we possibly can, because we're just gonna be awesome that way. Okay, that's how bad is this? How bad is this? How bad is this? No, 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 no! Turn back, turn back, turn back. Alright, it's choking. Awesome. And we're now heading downwards. That is really not good. No, don't! Are you that top heavy? Just use RCS. Turn your nose up. Oh, it really doesn't want to do that. Fuck me. We're totally fucked here, aren't we? Okay, ignite the main drive and try to... Alright, and we can't revert, because that would be cheating, can we? So we're gonna have to deploy the chutes and hope for the best. Because we sure as hell aren't going to space. Not in this thing. Okay, so that's gonna turn us around. Don't whiplash on me too much. Come on, don't do it like that. You'll shake yourself to pieces, it'll be bad. So, apparently, aerodynamics, eh? Go figure. Okay, I know how to correct for that. We'll add some winglets onto the bottom here, on the actual central rocket thing. It's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna turn those off just to ensure that things are nice and good there. I mean, I could always keep the capsule and just ditch the rocket, but there's valuable jet engines on there. It's really don't want to, you know? Really don't want to. Okay, so that... Yeah, like I said, I moved the save to a new... to the newer patched version, and... it's a thing. It's a thing, unfortunately. It's really unfortunate that I did not have the control to keep this thing's nose up. So a reaction control wheel and some winglets are definitely called for. Yeah, well, it's a good thing we learned it, isn't it? Recover the vessel. Good, at least we'll get some of our money back, which will be great. Good, good, good. Bill got rescued. Great. Okay, so... these are probably asymmetrical, which is causing some trouble. Alternatively, we could just place them here, which would be a bit messier, admittedly, but could ultimately work better, since they'll be far more properly symmetrical. Sure still don't need 4 jets on this. There, 2. Like before, and why don't we have that, yay. Well, how shall we arrange it? Because I do want it to be more or less symmetrical. Alright, that seems about right. And I did say I would add a reaction control wheel. So, there we go. This should be good enough. Should be good enough. So, let us attempt to launch it again. And I am trying to actually develop a light launcher for, you know, various satellites, probes and the like, cause, you know, if it can launch 3 or 4 tons relatively cheaply and reusably, That's pretty good. So, the jets then. They are spinning up, spinning up, spinning up. Good. Oh my god, no! Okay. Okay, fair enough. So that's still a problem with this gentle spinning up. Because, you know, that's a bad thing. Alright, so that being the case, what we want is a single launch stability enhancer to hold us steady while we try to, you know, do things. Let's try this again, hopefully without nearly killing Bill this time. Right? Right, obviously. Hey, spin her up. Wait, what? Oh, god damn it. Right, that was... I shouldn't have eaten that cost thing there, because that one was actually not my fault. That was the fault of this bloody thing. The game screwed me up here. Honestly, not, you know, me. Okay, so let's launch. Let's launch. We could always go with this thing to Minmus and, you know, test it there. Because this has enough fuel, I think, to go to Minmus and get back. Wait a second. That doesn't actually reach the ground. Those legs, I mean. That's not right either. God's damn it. Alright, so the legs are supposed to reach the bloody ground. But they're not, are they? So there's like a really tiny area where it can actually be added. Whoops. Okay, replace that. Take you and try to add you on the other side. Good. Okay, so hopefully that will be slightly better. Because, you know, legs supposed to be resting on the ground. Good. Now let's try this for frack's sake. And yes, I could do this with traditional rockets. I could. But where would be the fun in that? We want to be as reusable as possible, because we're greedy bastards. So, that should be sufficient. And we are, in theory, on our way. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Looking good. Looking good. Yay! Alright. It doesn't really want to stay straight that well. It tries to drift a bit. Is it because of the bloody antenna? Come on, no way. Okay, fix on that. Maybe it's just cause this connection isn't exactly that secure even with the struts. Well, in any case, I think it's time we started turning over, so that's exactly what we'll do. Oh, and it's fighting against me, doesn't want to turn still. But we do want to turn over to say 45 degrees at this point and just burn upwards at that angle. We want to pick up what speed we can, right? Because speed is good, speed is life, speed is happiness. which is why we want as much of it as possible. Because the rocket doesn't have that much delta V in it. Right, right. Right, and no, now we stop turning. Now we just fly like so. No, 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 don't. Don't you fucking dare. Okay. Okay, we add that to the mix and keep your nose up, damn you. Use RCS if you have to, but keep your... God damn it! Wow. Just fucking wow. You know, this isn't gonna work. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. Screw the jets. Screw playing nice. Screw being reusable. Let's do this the old-fashioned way, with a lot of boom. Also, we're gonna use an LVT-45 for this, cause fuck that shit too. That might be a bit too much boom, but this could be just the right amount. There we go. Boom! Lots of boom. We like boom. Boom is good. And I'm gonna strap this in as that as well. Yeah. And of course here as well. So what does the engineer say about our chances now? Not enough. Ooh. That's just nasty. Okay. Fine. Screw freaking reusability then. Gonna take out this whole assembly. It's gonna have that. And a big ass pair of boosters. And that could just about work. Right? Right. In fact, I don't even need that much. I can just... All I need to do is get this thing into orbit, honestly. So... why do I care that much about that? I don't need that much boost, do I? I just need a little bit of oomph. So let's not overbuild this. We're gonna be bringing up a refueling ship anyway. So... this... well, I don't know. Because that last stage, as in the lander itself, has very little thrust to weight. So, you know, I think this might just be the best option of the lot, to just use these, right? God damn it! Fuck's sake! Wait, just fuck off. Okay, I would prefer something at least a little bit reuse. But that's the thing, if I don't add a thing there, it won't be reusable, will it? Frack's sake! Okay, obviously I need to rely a little more on rockets here. Because otherwise crap is just gonna be crappy. And we don't really want that. So, but I would like this to be, you know, savable. Ideally. So, screw the atmospheric engine bullshit, because that is just, generally speaking, bullshit, and use lots of rocket. Yeah, screw the jets, and this is almost good enough on its own. Excellent then. Now this is something that could work a lot better. Thought I could do it with a really lightweight jet setup, but just no. Though I might be able to... You know what? No. Spending a little bit of money on the boosters It's really not gonna hurt, is it? And they are cheap as dirt. Yes, so this is enough to carry something into low Kerbal orbit. Which is great, because that's exactly what we want. We want low Kerbal orbit for the lander. So, just gonna add a bit of shootage, which actually reduces its ability to do things. Ooh. Do it like this. And in that case, you can actually add another tank. And I know that it's gonna look a bit fugly, but you know, whatever. Whatever. So, yay, so. Yes, and that makes for a relatively simple but effective rocket, doesn't it? Yeah. And, yeah, that's, I think, a lot better than just using jets. Really. Because those jet setups, they are, I mean, they do work after a fashion, but they're not that great necessarily either. And, you know, we're just gonna do a traditional launch with simple enough setup. We still want to, you know, recover whatever we can, but it's hardly that big a deal. Okay, we're on our way. Good, much better. Much, much better. Okay, speed looks good. Great, we're gonna start managing it a smidge. Maybe I should have added some winglets to control it, but... or strapped it in for one thing. Because that does kind of suggest a dangerous situation, doesn't it? What with it, you know, resting on just a single connection like that? But you know, it'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, throttle up, we're about to lose the boosters. Ditch! Good. And now we are, in theory at least, on our way. On our way. Yep, goodbye boosters, have fun. Right. Good, good, good. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with the jet setup I had created, but it clearly wasn't working, so, you know, goodbye jets. Goodbye. Oh, right. Good. Turn over a bit more, keep burning. Turn over a bit more. Yeah, it still wants to tip forward. I think it might have to do with the aerodynamic values of the items on the front or something. But you know, whatever. Okay, we've... no, stop the turn. Stay like that. 10 degrees, right? And burn for orbit, please. Now, we might end up losing the rocket, but at the very least, I'm sure that we'll get the lander in orbit, which is the important thing, right? Because we need it for our Duna mission. So, let us just go for it. I mean, this seems to be working well, and I might not want to time warp, what with the fragility of that connection up there. At least I'm not gonna time warp more than 2x, right? I think I might be a bit low down for the speeds I'm trying to go for here. I might have turned a bit too quickly here. Still, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Don't tumble out of control. It's gonna try and tumble out of control on me. The nerve! Okay, gonna focus on the thing. Okay, we want a relatively high orbit up there, and you know what? Screw you, lander. Screw you. Hopefully things work out for you, but if they don't, it's fine. And we're just gonna drift to Apoapс, and we're gonna circularize with the lander's engines there. And doesn't this look neat, like a small little capsule like that? I think it does. Let us just activate the engines, have them nice and ready. Right, so 270. High enough. High enough to manage a great many things just fine. Okay, good. Good. So how much monopropellant do we have? 615. Alright, good. Turning prograde, good. Alright. And igniting the RCS engines. Wow, those look weird, huh? But they are giving me a periapsis, one that is in fact above the atmosphere. Perfect. Okay. So 270 it is. Or something along those lines. Wait, that's close enough. Close enough, close enough. Okay, we can't switch to that. Switch to this. Okay. So let's see if this survives and if we can actually recover any of it. I mean, the parachutes are deployed, right? We still have electric charge. Okay, relatively good, I suppose. So let's slam this thing through the atmosphere. Right, let's just slam it through the atmosphere and see what happens. Maybe I shouldn't be as creative with the reusability crap I try to make, or at least do it off screen, because obviously that does require some, you know, work. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, tumbling out of control. Still, I can get this down and recover it. Alright, so we got the lander in orbit, finally. And I think it's a really nice lander. I think it will work really well. 2,500 meters per second. More than enough to land on Duna if you're landing on parachutes and get back up again, and definitely enough for Ike. So, all in all, I'd say pretty damn good. Okay. Okay, so on an empty tank, it's enough to land the top stage. And you know, if the only thing... Well, actually, this is kind of crappy due to the simple fact that we're not landing it near the Kerbal Space Center. If we want to recover any significant amount of money, it needs to be landed near the Space Center. Oh, come on! Seriously? Yeah, well, fuck it anyway. Okay, so, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, so see you then.